Hello YouTube fam, how y'all doing? It's your Uncle Tim. This is Uncle Tim Rants and Reviews, the channel where I rant and I review. I'm your host, Uncle Tim. Let's answer a question that I get asked a lot. Are you a hoarder? No. But if we're gonna answer it the way people want me to, I say yes. People say because see you collect so many toy lines, there's no rhyme or reason. I don't understand what you're doing. But see, that's the problem. It's not meant for you to understand what I'm doing. See, the only person that boasts to understand what I'm doing is me. The same with collecting with anybody else. If you collect a lot of different things, man, it ain't gonna make sense to people. Some people only like to focus on one thing. I can't. I realized that a long time ago. The way how distribution and, far as them putting new merchandise out, this that just don't work for me. I be sitting here, 2 years in and they ain't bought a new toy because hell, they haven't brung out nothing. Toy lines fail, toy lines, cease for a minute, then they come back. You know what? Being a collector is understanding you have to go with the flow. Collecting toys is one of the biggest hobbies that I have, along with video games, action figures, Funko Pops, Hot Wheel cars, diecast cars, uh, accessories, cologne, gym shoes. Dude, hobbies to me are a part of me. A lot of them hold nostalgic value, man. Whereas, I used to play with this back when I was a child. People said, man, you had a lot of toys when you were little. Then you wasn't as poor as you say you were. I never said that, I was poorer than any damn body else. I just said we didn't have a lot. But those toys, they made sure that I had a lot of them. Bro, when I tell you I had a lot of toys, I had a lot of them. And that's not even an understatement, man. You know what? We got different families that value different things, that really seen you want to grow and they wanted to help you win and be better at things, man. I look at it now, man. Now that I got money, I could buy things. When I was younger, as a young man back in my early years, bro, I couldn't afford the stuff that I could. Well, let me stop lying. When I was, 19, 18 and all that, man, I was able to buy stuff, man. I worked extra hours at my job, picked up another job just to get the stuff that I wanted. People thought I was crazy, man. You wasting your young life, man. What is the purpose of having a life if you ain't got no damn money? You get what I'm saying? Broke motherfucker don't really impress nobody. You can't really do anything without money. So when I started making money, things got a little better. Things started making sense. It started clicking. And, I got comics and things like that, where I would just sit back and read like damn near 6 comic books in damn near 30 damn minutes. And I'm like, just reading them, just going straight through them, man. That's the thing. When you enjoying what you're doing, man, can't nobody tell you nothing. You can organize it, you could put it right, you could, move stuff around. People don't like that not everything that I have has shells and all of that stuff. Man, you need more shells, you need more of this, I get it. But you know what? I ain't don't worry about it. I ain't don't let that damn stuff worry me. And you shouldn't let it worry you, man. You get what you can. You do what you need to do. You do what you can afford. Don't do shit that you can't afford, man. You know what? I was looking at that 2019 Funko Scrooge McDuck set. DuckTales. Then they had another one from the cartoon that Disney had. With the Money Bin, Scrooge, Launchpad, Huey, Dewey, and Louie, and their sister, and Donald Duck. Dude, shit, and Plump Go. Dude, I was about to just pick all of that up. They had a lot for it, and I was about to buy it, but I was like, man, I'm being good. So, yeah, my thing is, a lot of stuff play a part. G.I. Joe, childhood. Transformers, childhood. The X-Men, which is Marvel Legends and all that, Avengers and all that stuff, childhood. Thundercats, Silverhawks, even the Funko Pops, childhood, because a lot of that is childhood stuff that I remember. Galactus back there, Unicron back there, the Sentinel back there. All this stuff is from childhood, bro. And it ain't nothing wrong with recreating part of your childhood. But again, it is what it is. Sometimes you're not going to have space for everything, man. It's just life. Stopping doing something that bring you joy is a whole nother thing, man. You should just stop, enjoy it, and just sit back. Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, I do like opening up stuff. I do like to see a new package come. I do like going to the store and getting some stuff and be like, man, people like, man, do you really like the stuff you get? Yeah. The Super Mario Brothers stuff, man, I'm into. The Funko Pops, we all know I'm into them. It's a whole wall of them back there. A lot of stuff people don't understand because to them it don't make sense. Oh man, I didn't even know you like Star Wars Black Series. I got a lot of Star Wars Black Series figures. They used to sit where the wrestlers used to sit way back in the day. I had them on a shelf with like a diorama of the Death Star. Dude, it looked amazing. But again, as time go on, even the G.I. Joes, I had the good guys on one shelf and all the bad guys on, well, one and a half of that shelf. It was a half of the shelf was, half of one of the shelves were good guys and the other half was bad guys. Then a whole nother thing, man, this is what you're doing now. And the thing is, it doesn't matter if people think you're a hoarder or not. You know what? You're not meant to be understood by everybody. That's just the way how this works. Collecting, some of the stuff I collect, people call junk. I'm not mad at that. Some people out there collecting $5,000 action figures. I'm not mad at that either. Like I said, a lot of that stuff really don't go up in value, man. Once you hit those big milestone purchases, unless you got somebody that's a whale out there that could afford to spend more to buy it, you stop. Dude, I enjoy what I buy. People say, man, well, that's not quality. That's just quantity. Man, it's quality to me. Quality is in the eye of the beholder. You can't tell somebody this is what you're supposed to like. That ain't how it works. You like what you like. You purchase what you like. You enjoy what you like. You display what you like. There are so many different toy lines, man, that I wanted to jump off into. And like I said, last place we looked at, my wife said the basement. No. She said, no, this is not for you right here. She said, this basement, she said, I don't even like it. She said, it's something about it that's wrong. It doesn't fit you. It's not enough of light. Your collection won't glow the way it needs to. And I respect that. I want to show my video game collection to you all. I want to show my cologne collection. I want to show you all the action figures that I got in totes and things like that, just to show them to you. I want to show you all this, but see, like I said, you got people out here wishing hate upon you. And that hate right there it's kind of hard to deal with sometimes, People wishing negative energy on you is not a good thing. I know a lot of people like that and it sounds good, but brother, trust me, that is not good. Dealing with a whole bunch of negative energy from a whole bunch of people. Man, dude, it's just real. I got hoarding tendencies just like everybody else. Man, collecting is an outlet for me. I like to sit in the man cave, man, and just think. I don't even think about half of the stuff in here sometimes. I just think about, just life. I think about what I need to do, some stuff that I need to focus on. Collecting to me is an outlet. It helps me express myself. It helps me express what I'm thinking. Most of the time the setups are just thought processes like when I was a kid, wishing I had this or that. Now all of a sudden I got it. Now all of a sudden I'm not really worried about the money, like I was when I was younger, man, like when I was 21, 22 when I was collecting. It really, really helped. And I think a lot of people just didn't get it, man. A lot of this helps, man. It's just a beautiful thing. I believe a lot of people call me a hoarder because, again, people don't understand my style of collecting. I got comics, I got RC cars. Dude, I got all type of shit. You be like, damn, I didn't even know they made this. Like, I got stuff that you be like, they make that? Like, dude. Man, it's just real. I got a couple of Barbie dolls around here. Dude, I had like 10 of them, man. It was some real good ones. It was like Ferrari Barbie. I don't have it anymore. I had it. Then I had this other one that was just amazing. That Ferrari Barbie with that red, dude, that was the bomb there. I had it displayed at the top with other stuff, man. That's what's up. It doesn't matter. Dude, I had some Rainbow Bright stuff. I was looking at Five Below trying to find that stuff. Them $5 Rainbow Brights. I was trying to find Rainbow Bright. Dude, lets you know what I'm on. And Rainbow Bright and Strawberry Shortcake. Man, those two I would have just put up there with the Funko Pops, bro. That's what's up. You gotta know. Don't let nobody belittle you, telling you that, you wasting your money. This is not gonna ever pan out. You can't sell it. You don't buy stuff to sell it. You buy it to enjoy it. Again, this is not an investment for me. It's an investment in fun if you want to look at it that way. But as far as investing, no, Mr. Superman. We just gonna have some fun. But till later, peace out.